What is up, everybody? Welcome back to our Chicago Bears franchise rebuild, and we are on a 2-game winning streak. We beat the Texans, we beat Daniel Jones and the New York Giants, but this week we are 2-2 playing a interdivisional rival Minnesota Vikings led by Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, and Kirk Cousins. They're also 2-2 atop the NFC North. Who saw this coming at the beginning of the season? The Bears down 0-2. Now we're in week 5 with a chance to take the lead and be atop the NFC North. I sure didn't see it. But before we do that, let's go ahead and do our weekly strategy, and then we'll come back and upgrade our players because we'll probably have a few. Remember, at the end of last week, because we got the interception and some of the things that happened, I think we got a boost. We got, like, every player got 2,500 XP. So let's choose our defensive focus for the Minnesota Vikings. And man, what do we have to worry about? Dalvin Cook? Or do we worry about the passing game? I think Dalvin Cook plays a part in the passing game, so I think that's what we have to worry about. And it does say defend the deep pass. Now, Kirk Cousins has had some success, 95.6 passer rating throwing it deep. If we do that, then this is DB run support is going to suffer. I think that's what we do. We got to keep things realistic. If that's where Minnesota's having success this season, that's where we have to go. If we go to our player health, let's just look at this right quick. 99% health across the board. Everyone's still looking good. So we're going to Linville Joseph. Looks like he's getting a little tired there. We'll put the backup in. Let's let Mario Edwards Jr. get a little extra XP there maybe this week. If we look at the turnovers, they are second in the NFL. They've only turned the ball over once. Holy crap, that's actually really good. We're going to have to see. We've had some success turning the ball over the last few weeks. Kind of helped us win the game. Really, last week, you remember the Giants drove down the field. They were getting ready, I think, to go up 10-0. And the backup comes in running back and fumbles the ball inside the 10-yard line. We get it. And that completely changed the momentum of the game. That's how close all of our games have been. We only won by 3 against the Texans. So it's no easy task winning in this year's Madden. So on offense, it says we need to run it inside. If we look, they play a lot of zone coverage, which means running would be good. We haven't had a lot of success, but man, we threw it very well throwing it medium. But I think we do run inside. That way it doesn't affect anything else as far as passing goes. If we look at our player health, I think everybody's doing pretty much good. Maybe David Montgomery, we have to keep an eye on him. We'll just let the backup. He did good. We'll do backup. He had a really good week. He's probably our star so far on the team. Him and Mario Edwards, I'm telling you, those guys are legit. We're still going to keep Cole Kmet, Jalen Johnson, and Justin Fields. Cole Kmet had a great week last week. Finally, he caught a 60-yard bomb, took it all the way to the house. Sack the quarterback 5 times is not something I think we can do. I do feel comfortable potentially rush or throwing 2 touchdowns. I could see us getting in a shootout with Kirk Cousins. So let's do that. Let's start training. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. So we do have Snowden hurt, right end, defensive end there with a broken finger. So he won't be getting any playing time this week. If we go to our offense, Ebner has turf toe. I thought that said we got lucky because it could have been David Montgomery. So it looks like no Ebner this week. It's going to be a lot of Khalil and David out of the backfield for running game. And I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. So let's go ahead and upgrade some of our players. And man, we've got a lot. I won't go through all of them. Let's just go through some of the key ones and then I'll do the other ones off screen. So Jalen Johnson, 1 skill point. He's been, I think he returned a touchdown. No, that was Young. I think we need to stick man to man. He's so close to that. I think that really can help us out. I don't like playing a lot of zone. We've been playing a lot of man and we've been blitzing. So let's stay with that. He gets 2 press. That's pretty good. We also have Cole Kmet here, who I think we want to stretch vertically here, even though he's a possession tight end. If we look at his ratings, what is his speed? 82. So it's really not that great. I don't know if he's maybe the best for vertical threat, but I think catching traffic, short route running, and release would potentially be good. So let's just stick with possession. Let's see. Maybe we can get some good route running stuff here. And we do not. We get short route running. That's it. Everything else is just pretty much blocking. That's unfortunate. Now, Jaquan Brisker he's been a butt of a lot of our jokes. I feel like he's always around when there's a big play. He's just like always out of position. He is wearing my number 9. That's it. That's what I like. And we're going to continue with the run support. Maybe he can be in the box safety for us. Get a little zone coverage too. That worked out. Also got Kyler Gordon here, our first draft pick, but in the second round. And we're going to stick man to man. And he's been up and down. He really hasn't flashed as much as I would have liked to see him flash so far out of playing slot. But we'll see. Maybe he can potentially be something. Our secondary has the potential to be really good down the road. And then last but not least, the man of the hour, David Montgomery, 84 overall. He's had a great start to his season, or good start. He's looking good. Stats, if we look at those so far, I mean, averaging 4.4 yards a clip. That's a career high. He's got 3 touchdowns. He's only fumbled it once. He's averaging 110 yards a game. And then receiving, it looks like he's on pace to potentially, it looks like he's on pace to have a career high if he plays the entire season. I think the biggest thing for him so far has been health. And that's another reason why I'm kind of apprehensive to signing him to that big contract. But we'll continue with the elusive back. We've had some opportunities to potentially miss people in open space, and we haven't been able to be successful in that. So hopefully with this, we got some juke moves, spin moves. Maybe we need to try a little spinning action and see if he can't take one to the house. Also, now I probably made an error. If I would have done this before retraining, we could have added someone to it. So, but we do finally have after school tutoring, which will give us an additional focus player, which is going to be huge. We'll have to look at that for next week. Unfortunately, I didn't see that until after we already had done our practice, but it's time. The Chicago Bears are going into US Bank Stadium to face the NFC North leaders, the Minnesota Vikings, led by, I'm telling you, a good, talented roster. We got to be careful here. I think we can attack their defense by running the ball. All right, before we start the game, let's go ahead and look at contract negotiations with David Montgomery here. Again, previous offer submitted. It says a good starting point, but they rejected the offer already. I'm willing to go a little bit more. Like, I'm willing to pay him top dollar because he's proven to carry us. Now, if we look behind us, Khalil Herbert is 24 years old. He's only 1 year below David Montgomery, and he's a 74 overall. So really, that's not something that I want to kind of get into. Let's see. We're gonna offer him 3 years, $4 million, and a $4 million signing bonus. Let's see if he'll accept that. And we re-signed David Montgomery, 3-year deal, exactly what I wanted. We just had to pay him a little bit more money, and I'm ecstatic with that. I mean, I'm very happy with that. Now we've got someone shored up in the backfield for at least another 3 years. All right, here we are, US Bank Stadium, as the Chicago Bears are coming into town to try to take the lead from Dalvin Cook and the Minnesota Vikings. As we see last week, Dalvin Cook with 3 touchdowns. He will try to continue that success this week at home against an interdivisional opponent. The Bears defense, though, is rising. Can they stop this vaunted Minnesota Vikings offense? We're about to find out. Santos, kick is underway. We've got some NFC North football. Let's get it. All right, so we see Kirk Cousins. Let's see what he's been working with this season as he runs out onto field number 8. He's made a lot of money in the NFL so far. Only 5 touchdowns, 1 interception, 1,100 yards. Pretty accurate. But it seems like most of the offense has been ran through Dalvin Cook this year. So we don't want Kirk Cousins to get hot with us this week. As Aggie is pumped, as you hear her, she is barking. Also, I put Muhammad. I can't change players. What's going on here? Anyways, Mario Edwards Jr. is now a starter for the Chicago Bears as Justin Jefferson catches the first pass of the game for 18 yards, ball on the 43. All right, so I had to load back in. I couldn't change players like whatsoever. But like I was saying, Mario Edwards Jr. is now a starter. He's proved. There we go. Now we can change. Proved to be a production player for us. He's a 7-year vet, but I think he's got a future here in Chicago if he keeps it up. Dalvin Cook's first rush is a gain of 6. As we see, Dalvin Cook has 6 touchdowns on the season, only 56 rushes for 198 yards, but man, he's scoring when they need him. Chicago talked all week in their pressers about having to stop Minnesota from throwing the ball deep. Not really worried about Dalvin Cook. That could be a mistake. Matt Eberflus could come to regret As you see Dalvin Cook there picking up a first down on the ground. Ball already in Chicago territory as they look to hand it off again to Dalvin Cook. He's got room up the middle. Gets forward to the 31. Dalvin Cook, 3 rushes, 27 yards. Momentum is high for Chicago, coming in on a 2-game winning streak. Minnesota reeling a little bit as they're going to try to take a nice, healthy lead in the NFC North, who isn't looking as good as maybe we thought, as both teams tied atop are 2-2, and you're looking at both of the teams here. 2nd and 4, ball in 24. Minnesota looking to throw this. Oh, yes, pass break up. Now we got a 3rd down and 4. Chicago loves to bring the pressure on 3rd down and 4 with vaunted blitzes, and here comes one right now and found. Wide receiver off to the right. Nicholas Morrow is hurt, linebacker for the Chicago Bears, but not before Minnesota picks up the first down. Kirk Cousins starting off this campaign 4 for 5, moving the ball pretty well here. Got 9 minutes remaining in the first. Catch it! It's intercepted! Jalen Johnson! Jalen Johnson with the first turnover of the game. And it couldn't have come at a better time. Kirk Cousins trying to force feed his outside receiver, throws a pick, trying to get it to Adam Thielen, but coverage was there. The ball looked like it came out of his hand a little wobbly. Maybe it got batted at the line. But now we get to see Justin Fields, who had his best game of the 2022 campaign last week with 2 touchdowns. As we see, oh man, Morrow has a torn labrum, so he's going to be out for quite some time. That brings in a 59 overall backup. Chicago, it's not going to be good, but got the jumbo set in. 3 tight ends off to the right. Hand it off to David Montgomery, who not quite sheds the tackle, but does pick up 10 and the first down. David Montgomery just signed a new deal, 3 years. Like $16 million as he picks up 2. You see David Montgomery last week, 29 rushes, 114 yards. Just back-to-back weeks for David Montgomery with over 25 rushing attempts. He's had a lot of success running the ball between the tackles. We'll see if that continues here today as they look to feed him again. Empty back set for Justin Fields. 5 wide here. It's snapped. Thrown to Cole Kmet, who doesn't get it. It's a gain of 4, but there goes that man again, Kendricks. In coverage, maybe thrown a little too early by Justin Fields. And Minnesota holds him back up against the wall here. As that snap, Dalvin Cook gets a first down, now at the 15. Yeah, see, we're playing deep. We're playing a lot of zone. They haven't thrown it deep. They keep running it. They're going to beat us. Well, might have to make a halftime adjustment. Thrown to the outside, and is that caught? It is. I think that was Wilson on the catch. Not entirely sure. It was a gain of 6. 2nd and 4. Man, Minnesota doing a lot of passing here. Coming off the edge is Brisker, who gets only credited for half the sack, even though he was pretty much the one that hit him first. Brisker has been involved in a lot of scrutiny by Coach Eberflus. Nice stop there, 3rd down and 12. Oh man, we might have somebody beat Justin Jefferson out to the left, and it's caught. No, dropped. He had his guy beat, but couldn't hang on to it. And Minnesota has to punt it. All right, we got a 3rd down and 2. Not a lot of total yards here. We're going to try to run it once more. Oh, nice juke. Gets the first down. Oh, we got to dive. 1 yard pickup. Not much there. I thought Justin Fields would have an avenue to the outside. Justin Fields bringing the wide receiver in motion, fakes it to him, hands it back off to Montgomery, who pushes forward after getting hit by Harrison Smith, and they want us to run it. Harrison Smith kind of fell off the last few years. Not at an all-pro level like he was earlier. Little draw. Montgomery runs to the left, picks up the first down. 9 rushes, 1 pass. That's been Chicago's MO during this winning streak. But when you got holes like that, why not? Chicago with the top rushing offense in the NFL. Maybe not the most efficient, but they get a lot of yards on the ground. David Montgomery now with already 9 rushes this game for 39 yards. Man, Montgomery's a beast. 10 rushes, 47. You see all those block sheds, man, or tackle shed on that play as Montgomery gets it inside the 10. We have a first and goal situation here as the first quarter winds down. Less than a minute. Do a little read action. We'll run to the outside. Montgomery brushes off one tackler and gets into the end zone. That's not Montgomery. I'm sorry. That's Khalil Herbert, who proves that maybe he also deserves a contract, as we get a great replay of all the Minnesota Vikings running after him. But I assure you it was a touchdown. Here's another replay as he falls forward, gets the touchdown. Herbert with a nice run to give us the first touchdown of the game. All right, to start the second quarter, Chicago's got a 7-0 lead. First down and 10, Minnesota. Still feeding Dalvin Cook, and why not? 6 rushes, 54 yards, and he is eating today. On pace to have over 175 yards. And that's not a recipe for success for the Chicago Bears defense. Ball at the 50. Play action. On to none other than Justin Jefferson, as Kirk Cousins now 7 for 10 for 65 yards. He had Justin Jefferson on that last drive wide open deep down the field for a touchdown, but Jefferson not able to hold on to it as he gets tackled. But that is his third catch, 39 yards. Another handoff to Dalvin Cook. Third down and 6. A spot that Chicago's defense has struggled all season. Giving up big plays on third down. We'll see what happens here. And they hold. Hey, this will bring out the kicking unit from Minnesota, trying to get on the board for the first time here. Ball on the 30. This is a 47-yard kick attempt. It's up, and it is good. 7-3. Chicago still with the lead. 3rd and 8 for Justin Fields. Ball on the 27. Kind of looks like they're playing a little cover 3. Maybe Komet's open. No, just standing there like a statue. Zadarius Smith comes in with a sack. Get a replay. He just beats the left tackle for Chicago right off the snap. All right, here comes Dalvin Cook. 7 rushes, 57 yards, 8.1 yards a carry. We gotta tighten up. We have to tighten up on defense. Force them to pass the ball. That's a good start. Oh, what a beauty of a pass. Kirk Cousins finds Smith wide open on the left-hand side of the field for a spectacular throw and catch. Gain of about 15. Now ball on the 45. Gonna run it to the outside. Cook, stop behind the field. Houston Carson coming in at the sub linebacker position. He's also been pretty good. 3rd tackle of the day, and that's a loss of 3. Oh, not again! Brisker with another sack. The blitz coming off the edge for Brisker is working after a beautiful punt. Ball on the 5. Chicago's got his work cut out for him, but we do have a lead, and we do have David Montgomery, who picks up 5. All right, we just got to hand this off to Montgomery, get the first down, move the sticks, just like that. Little juke action. It's not going to fool Harrison Smith, but we are almost averaging 5 yards a carry there. 3rd down and 8. Mooney, maybe. This is also could be cover 3, but this looks like straight up man. We're going to see what Mooney does here. Has he got an opportunity? And he does. He got his guy beat. Justin Fields with an inaccurate pass. We had our star wide receiver deep down the field. Justin Fields just about 10 yards too far. Holy crap. We had something. Minnesota's moving the ball down the field. We have a minute, 10 seconds remaining in the half. Just holding them to a field goal, probably big here. Justin Jefferson thrown in the backfield and loses 12. Clock continues to run. Minnesota does call a timeout there. Cover three's not actually too bad right now since they are in passing situation. We got a little screen. Let's see if we can't. There we go. Break that up. All right, 3rd and 12. Big stop if we can do it. Are they going to do another screen? Oh, we can't get off the. There we go. We almost didn't get off that block. But we've got 3 timeouts, 53 seconds. We'll see how good of a return we get. All right, so we're going to go for it. Coach wants us to go for it. We got a blitz coming off this edge. Maybe we got. They could be sending the house here, guys. We've got nobody in front of Pettis. Komet might be open. Oh, I don't like this. There's Komet. He's open. He's at the 50. And then he gets stopped. We'll call a timeout. I'm not even going to hold you. I thought that I thought he was gone there, and then I remembered that he was a tight end, and he can't run that fast. But Cole Komet's having a little resurgence here after the first few games of the season. Pringle catches a dive and tackles, missed, and he gets that now inside the 30. Another timeout by Chicago, as they'll have 32 seconds to move it 26 yards and get a touchdown. We'll have to play a little conservative here. No, we won't take too many shots, because we'll run these verts here again. We do have Pringle this time, not Cole Komet running this route. We'll just throw it underneath. Cole Komet. We'll see if we can't spike the ball right quick. We still got 19 seconds and a timeout, so we still can do a little something. This is 3rd down. We're going to give it to Darnell Mooney. We'll see if he can't beat his guys. His own coverage. I think that back pylon is the way to go. We'll see what happens. His shades over there. Let's see what happens here. Oh, that could have been bad. Not too bad. Kick a field goal. Keep our lead. And we get the ball at half. I think to start the half, so that's all good. So for the first half for Dalvin Cook was really good. 12 rushes, 74 yards. We talked to coach at half, and he said he's going to focus on trying to stop or at least slow down Dalvin Cook, force the hand of Kirk Cousins. They really like their game plan against Kirk Cousins. They want to see more of it, as that's a touch pass to Justin Jefferson, and it picks up a first down. So maybe Kirk Cousins is a little bit more apt against this defense than Chicago's coach thought. There's another pass, Justin Jefferson. For some reason, his name's just impossible for me to say, as Kirk Cousins is 17 for 23. Jefferson bobbles it a little bit once he catches it, but able to hold on to it, maintain the catch, picks up a first down. 7 receptions, 66 yards for the star receiver, as Minnesota is at midfield. And there's the other threat of the dynamic duo in Minnesota, Adam Thielen. 3 passes coming out of the half for Kirk Cousins and 3 first downs. Dalvin Cook got all room all day, and he gets a touchdown. Minnesota coming out with an explosive drive as they went back into the lab at halftime and found something. Dalvin Cook reaching 20 miles an hour on the NFL Next Gen stats. Oh man, coach wants us to run for it on 3rd down and 4. This could get ugly. Let's see if we can't get it. We need to answer here, and we don't. Minnesota looking to come back out and move the ball down the field like they did to start this half. Patrick Peterson was hurt on the punt return. See, kind of weird seeing him return some punts. As man, good pass, good catch. I mean, really good coverage, but you can't do anything against that. That was right in the breadbasket of Adam Thielen, and of course, Kirk Cousins had all day to throw it. That's one thing we saw. Oh man, we got to make this tackle. Get there. That could have been bad, but that's one thing we saw in the first half by the Chicago Bears defense, as now Dalvin Cook has over 120 yards rushing on the day, is that they were getting pressure on Kirk Cousins from safeties. Saw Kyle Gordon have a few. Stolen underneath. Dalvin Cook feasting the start this second half. Oh, I tried to intercept that. Dangerous pass by Kirk Cousins. He's already got 1 interception on the day. That could have been 2 there. 2nd down and 4. Houston Carson with 5. tackles on the day so far in this contest. I really don't know what my assignment is. Somewhere over here. Need to stop here. It's third down in inches, and I am sending the house. This could be bad if they run to the outside. They don't. They actually throw it. Pressure there, and man, good pass by Kirk Cousins, who now has 200 yards passing on the day. I mean, what can we do there? All right, first and goal, ball on the 10. Bend but don't break defense, even though we are sending two safety blitzes. We're going to control Linville. Joseph, get off a block. That's not a touchdown. I thought it was. Justin Jefferson catches it for his 8th catch of the day. No, 9. And gets it pretty close to a touchdown. Ball on the 1, second down and goal. Our battery level is low. Hopefully it doesn't go out right here on this play. As good old CJ Ham, fullback, gets the touchdown. All right, still no reason to panic. It's only the third quarter. We're down by two scores. A touchdown here could really change things. Receiver in motion, handed off to Montgomery, who only picks up 2. They're keying in. They're keying in. Gosh, yeah, man. I mean, 3rd and 5, and coach wants us to run it again. I think this is a time where we say no. We're going to do shallow crosses, 3rd and 5. We're going to try to make a pass play here. N'Keal Harry might be open. Pringle and Komet's here as well. There's our guy, Cole Komet. Good. Thank God. 20-yard catch. Justin Fields 6 for 8 for 84 yards. Again, remember, last game we talked about this. If we can get him 150 yards and a touchdown or 2, I'll take that all freaking day, man. All day. Nice catch. So we're going to run it here. Bring our tight end in motion. Justin Fields under center. O'Shaughnessy in motion. Ball snapped. Handed off to Herbert. I'm sorry, that's freaking Montgomery. And I got caught behind the... That's on me. A 59-yard field goal by Cairo Santos? Can we make that? I don't know his leg distance. This will be the longest field goal by Santos this year. 59 yards. I don't know if we got it. The kick is up, and it's good. 59 yards. Bears now only down by 7, and I'll take that. Oh, man, what a freaking play. That fooled me. Dalvin Cook. Jesus. That was really good. I'll make the tackle. And there's Linval Joseph hurt on the play after a 7-yard run by Dalvin Cook. He's been hurt a lot. He just about gets hurt every game. It's usually nothing serious, but eventually these injuries add up, man. Nice cutback. Thank God he got caught behind a blocker. That's Alexander Madison, as we're going to bring the pressure once again. It doesn't get home. 3rd down and 5, ball on the 35. If we can hold them here. Oh, they're going to run it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, see, I gave up on the play. I could have been in that. Dalvin Cook still hasn't returned after a few plays. He's probably a little tired. I did, like I said, mess with the fatigue settings. It's thrown underneath. Smith Jr. Come on, man. We got to get a stop. Chicago trying to figure out how to stop this Minnesota offense that's thrown in the corner of the end zone, but that's out of bounds. 3rd down and 5, blitz coming. Adam Thielen, man. He's got 5 catches for 48 yards. That was my worry in this game, was Adam Thielen. Justin Jefferson, could we hold them off for the entirety of the game with our secondary and with our pass rush? And so far, the first half we held them off okay. Second half, not so much. All right, 3rd down and goal again. Once again, I am bringing pressure. I am not going to allow Kirk Cousins to have all day in the pocket. Just not going to do it. There's the pressure. Stone, yes, a little bit of pressure. And we force a field goal, which keeps this a 2-score game. I literally don't know what the play is. I'm not even going to pretend to know. Okay, that worked. Mooney caught it for almost a first down. We're going to run it. We haven't had a lot of success running it on third downs here after halftime, and we get it that time. Montgomery takes that all the way to the 48. Now over 100 yards for David Montgomery. Oh, dropped. Patrick Peterson back in. Darnell Mooney got his hands on it, but just couldn't hold on to it. You got to hold on to it. If you want to be a big-time #1 wide receiver in this league, you got to learn to hold on to the ball. David Montgomery knows how to be a big-time #1 running back as he picks up a first down gain of 10. And coach still wants us to run this, man. This is killing us. Might have to make some executive decisions here if we keep running the ball. Nice block. Herbert trying to break the tackle. Now remember, a field goal here is not a bad thing necessarily. I would have much rather have a touchdown, but it's not a bad thing. Again, I have no idea what my under guy's doing here. I just don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. Jesus. Can he make the 58? And he does. We're down by 7. All right. Defense needs to hold. I mean, a field goal wouldn't necessarily be the end of it. It's an interception. Young with another interception. Ball on the 36. Kirk Cousins gives it up. And we've got a chance to score here, guys. We're going to go with the corner strike, and now we don't want to run it. Oh, okay. Okay, game. I see what you're trying to do. Let's step up in the pocket. We've got a chance. Darnell Mooney over Patrick Peterson. Good pass by Justin Fields. Ball on the 13. That was a big-time play for Chicago. All right, now we have a chance. Now, a touchdown only ties the game. Doesn't give us a lead. Montgomery gets stuffed. But also, this is 4-down territory, 1,000%, so no reason to be rushed here. Oh, man. Yeah. So, again, yeah, no big reason here to be rushed. Maybe Pringle's open on this. Again, I kind of don't know what the freaking play art is. All right, so I guess our play is 4 verts. This is it. This is for now we still got 3 timeouts, so I mean we stop them, we could technically still win. Let's read this. This is zone coverage, cover 2. Cole Kmet is really our only option in this. Let's see what we got. Let's do a touch pass. And it's intercepted. Freaking Howie Kendricks, man, played that perfectly. Do they pass it here? Are they that brazen? Jeez, they got it. I thought he was gonna cut it back up the middle, and we'll call a timeout, but I think that's game. Okay, so Chicago loses by 7, and we had a shot. The team is getting better. I feel like they're getting better. I feel like I think we do need to incorporate a little bit more passing. Justin Fields, 71% completion percentage for 123 yards. Kirk Cousins did eat there at the end, or at least the second half. He did throw 2 picks. I think the difference maker was Dalvin Cook. We just didn't stop him. I mean, he averaged 8.2 yards a carry. I mean, that's all she wrote. He had that big touchdown that kind of determined the game. Justin Jefferson, we held him for under 100 yards. I think that's good. He didn't score a touchdown. But I think the biggest thing was that, I mean, we got pressure. I lied. We had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 sacks. How do we have 5.5 sacks? I don't know. Oh, well, then never mind. That's both teams. I'm sorry. We had 2.5 sacks. Really 3. So Edwards, of course, had his sack, Brisker, and Robert Quinn. So we do lose Nicholas Morrow, middle linebacker, for 4 weeks. It's not. Joe Thomas should return next week. So we get 1 linebacker back. We're going to lose another one. Maybe we can move Thomas on the inside, potentially. But good thing we've got Houston Carson playing a lot of sub linebacker. Let's look at some more scouts right quick. We'll touch this a little bit. We'll get a real good deep dive as the season goes to an end. So don't fret about that. If we just go ahead and look at the prospects, kind of get an idea of who's the top of the board. I feel like right now, I really want to go linebacker. I think we need someone who can help stop the run. Is Carlos Cox that guy? Outside linebacker from the University of Florida, Southern Florida, that is. Bull rush or block shedding is a B. If we look at him, he's got a physical player, delivers bone crushing hits, struggles to find the ball in air, so that's not good. Has a motor that runs through the whistle, so he has a high motor ability. Often looks to rip the balls from the runner, so he good at shedding tackles. You see, top fit is the Bears. He's 30% scouted, but look at his physicals. Not really a great athlete. He's okay. We'll have to just see. We'll have to keep an eye on him right now. Block shedding's B. Impact blocking is B. Of course, we're still looking at Daniil Blanton. I think he has potential. B impact blocking, B pursuit. Zone coverage shows an F. Of course, we could look at trying to solidify our offensive line. Just because these are right tackles doesn't mean we can't put them at guard as well. You see impact blocking for Jadarius Alexander is an A right now. So that's good. We'll keep an eye on these guys as we unlock a little bit more. But what we need to look at for next week is seeing what the standings look like. I'm starting to kind of peep the standings every week because we've got the Washington Commanders up next on our schedule. As the Packers win and we lose, that moves us down to third. So we had an opportunity to be atop the NFC North, but because we lose and the Packers win, we go from second to third. The Lions are right there, though, 1-4. The next, I say 4 games. We've got Washington. We have the Patriots. We have Dallas, and we have Miami. I would say 2 of those games are winnable. And I'm thinking these next 2. I feel like we don't match up too well with Dallas or definitely not Miami with that secondary and with the speed on the outside. But we don't want to look too far ahead. We've got the Washington Commanders coming up, but we'll get that one on the next video. We will be at home, Soldier Field, 8:15. That's a primetime game there, guys. We have to show up, but I'll catch you all in the next one. Make sure to hit that like button. Peace out.